every time somebody sees a piece of content go up on the YouTube channel, I want them to really know that it's something that we believe in.
Because some of those videos, you don't even probably like them.
I don't even probably watch them.
You don't even watch them. How many subscribers do you have to get before you start getting the attention from corporate America? You mentioned Snapchat and other groups.
I don't know. I mean, we're at 3.2 million, but I mean, I always had, you know, different levels of attention and stuff. Even when I had a couple 100,000 subscribers, you know, I was having, you know, but there's so much, you got to say no to everything. You know, you got to just keep saying no to all the corny ass shit that people try to throw you in the beginning. I remember there was this like TV producer dude who came to me and wanted to do like a reality show about my store and my life and shit. And I was, you know, I'm talking to him and stuff. I'm like, I'm kind of agreeing to at least enter into some preliminary talks and shit. He's like, all right, I got to come by your store. We got to take some pictures of you. I'm like, all right, bet. He goes, can you take your shirt off? I'm like, no. He's like, why not? I'm like, because I ain't doing that. I ain't taking my shirt off for a photo in my own bike shop. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, holy shit, this is what corporate America tries to do to you. They just try to make you the most bastardized, lamest version of who you actually are because they don't understand who you are. And it's not like, you know, in context, there's all kinds. I see rappers walking down Melrose with no shirt on all the time. But, you know, for me, I'm not going to go beat, and especially I was fatter then, so I really didn't want to take my shirt off. But, like, you know, it's just like all the corporate shit. Like, I was listening to Joe Budden. He's talking about he turned down $10 million deals for his podcast and all this shit. I'm like, that's beautiful. That, to me, if you can get to the point where you believe in the shit you're making so much that you can turn down $10 million,
wow,
that's a beautiful thing. And I have so much respect for that, so much pride, even just hearing that, knowing that somebody in this culture was in a position to turn down a big-ass media company trying to give him that bag, you know?
Well, you recently posted a video of you doing some of your old BMX riding, and it seemed like the people missed it. They really loved it. It seemed, to me, the reaction to that video was basically saying, we don't like a lot of the other stuff you've been posting, Adam. This is what we love. And that video got how many views?
It's like 250,000, but it's only in a few days. Yeah,
that's pretty good just for a couple days.
Yeah,
250,000 views.
I think I forget that, like, my audience is not an audience that only wants to see hip hop. I feel like they want to see the culture overall. They want to see the BMX riding and the skateboarding and the graffiti and the wild ass girls talking about that porno movies and like all kinds of, you know, it's like, oh, like people appreciate our content, I think, when it gives them this like an overall fun experience of watching it. So that's a big part of, I felt like in 2019 I just doubled down on doing interviews because I was like, you know what, I make the most money doing interviews. Interviews are the thing that I can do the most of because I can go and do 3-4 interviews in a day. But at the end of the day, you know, I was getting burnt out, like doing too many interviews I didn't give a shit about. But, you know, at the same time, you know, the other day I did 40 Glock and OG Mako. Like, I got 3 million subscribers. A lot of my subscribers are not going to give a about either of those people. But to me, as a hip-hop fan, they both have very, very interesting stories, very interesting perspectives. I wanted to hear 40 Glock talk to me about running down on Plies, which got exposed by Jamie Foxx. I don't know if you remember this story.
No, I don't. Remind us.
He pulled up on Plies on like to test him about some shit. I don't even know what it was, and Plies ran and hid in the bathroom and locked the doors on the bathroom, and like, but nobody ever knew until Jamie Foxx talked about it in an interview, which is just so funny that Jamie Foxx is the reason that anybody even knows about 40 Glock doing some gangster shit to Plies. Which, I mean, you know, I was just happy as to actually be able to ask him about that and get to hear his version of that account, you know, like, I mean, for me as like a hip hop fan, it's like, just try not to get jaded from the fact that I just have so much fun talking to people about whatever.
You like to interview gangster stuff as well.
I like it, not exclusively, and I definitely feel out of my depths a lot of times with that shit because it's just not like 100% where I'm coming from. You know, I always like when I got a security guard who just knows all the street politics in LA. That's the best.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.